What's going on, guys? It's Toasty T-Man here, back again today with weekly Zur inspection. If you can't tell from my surroundings here, Zur's obviously in the tower. If you haven't been paying attention to previous videos, here's a quick route on how to get straight to Zur to see what he has in store for us. Now that you know where Zur is, let's see what he has in store this week for us in the exotics. Okay, Zur, thank you. Let's see what Zur has in store for us. Obviously, as we know, Zur comes in with his exotic weekly engram. If you don't own all the exotics, you can always try and get a good random roll in this. Obviously, Zur brings this week as his weapon Cold Heart. Definitely good for Arc Ionic Trace builds. Really good in the primary, the double meta, the double special meta where you rock a trace rifle and a grenade launcher, the handheld ones. Definitely give it a pick up if you don't have. The Catalyst makes it really good, more ionic traces. The change that I got a while ago is definitely good. I wouldn't always, you have to give up your exotic slot, unfortunately, but most definitely a pickup if you want to try and play around with it is really good for build crafting with Arc subclasses. Moving on, Hunters, you get Worm Husk Crown, really good for PvP. It's a really good roll, in fact, even. It's got high mobility, and you slap a resilience mod on that for high resilience. The strength is a bit high, getting a little bit shields during PvP can always be saving a saving grace, should I say, just for, 1v1 duels. But with that being said, definitely pick it up if you don't own it, and it's not bad stat rolls for what you want on the Hunter, should I say. Titans, you get Stronghold. Yeah, sword blocking, not that good. Really good stats though, not going to lie. If you want to get one just for stats, not the most not the best exotic to use, because I feel any exotic you have to use that caters towards a specific weapon type is always not the best unless it's only for PvP. So if you just want it for the stats, I'd say definitely pick it up because high discipline, high resilience, high recovery, and high strength at the end of the day. Other than that, I'd give it a miss if you want to keep your shards. And otherwise, if you don't own it, just pick it up anyway. Warlocks, you get Wings of Sacred Dawn with your stats being all over the place. It's got a high stat roll, but too much in the mobility for my liking. However, I don't think you need this exotic anymore to be the big floaty boy, the terrorizer of the sky. So definitely, if you don't own it, just pick it up, obviously. But I wouldn't recommend this week for you guys. Moving on to the last two exotics, we got Hawkmoon. It's got Eye of the Storm with the changes to Rangefinder. I definitely picked myself. I should actually pick one up. As I think I already have one in my vault, but I definitely pick this up. It's got Hammerforged Rifling as well as Alloy Magazine, as well as the Textured Grip, which is my preferred more grip for this. Definitely a really good dueling perk if you like to use Hawkmoon in PvP, which it is a good hand cannon for PvP. But yes, would definitely pick it up if you want something different than Rangefinder with the Rangefinder nerfs coming in. Dead Man's Tales, got Vorpal Weapon. Give it a pass. I'm not even going to bother looking at the rest of the perks. Just don't even bother picking it up. Dead Man's Tales, a PvP weapon for me. You don't really want to use it in PvE. Perfect. Looking at Zur's legendary weapons, there's only one I can really recommend this week, maybe two, should I say. If I'm not mistaken, it is the Huscow. That's the first priority I'm going to give to you. It's an arc rocket launcher that rivals the Hothead. It's got autoloading holster and cluster bombs, which are obviously good for ad clear. Not as strong as it used to be, but still pretty good. Autoloading holster, obviously just reloading your back pocket at the end of the day. And it also comes with impact casing, which has more damage for direct hits. So more stability. Yes, your reload goes down, but if you're rocking autoloading holster, reload isn't really much of a problem now, is it? So it's got also a blast radius masterwork, but yeah, it's mostly impact casing, so it's an arc rocket launcher that I can definitely recommend picking up. And then my second recommendation is a Path of Least Resistance. You can craft this one if you do own the season, you weren't playing during Season of the Seraph. It doesn't have the best perks, but for crafting wise, I definitely take it. And if you want something like Cold Heart that goes in your legendary slot for your double special weapon builds, it's definitely an arc trace rifle that you can consider, should I say. Perfect Titans, your armor. If I'm not mistaken, there's only one that I really would recommend, and that's the helmet. You got high stat roll and recovery and discipline in the arms, however, but the helmet piece is most definitely where it's at. You slap a recovery mod on that, and it's pretty statted. Unfortunately, it's a roll of 52, so I wouldn't really recommend it. But yeah, other than that, the other pieces this week on the Titan is not that high at all. So if you need a piece, or you're missing a helmet piece that's got high resilience and you want some recovery in it, definitely pick it up. But other than that, I wouldn't even recommend really these pieces this week, unless you like the look of the armor for Transmog. With that being said, let's quickly hop on over to the Warlock. Now that we're on the Warlock, let's quickly see what Zer has in store on the Warlock's armor. Thank you, Zer. Keep giving your comments. The gauntlets, nothing I can recommend. It's got high resilience and it's got fair amounts of recovery, but not something I'd really recommend. I think you can definitely get better pieces. If you're in emergency, get the gauntlets. The chest piece, I'm not even going to bother reading it. The stats are too hardly distributed, as well as it being low stats. What's up with Zer this week? Helmet, same thing. I'm not even going to bother with this. It's too low recovery, too low resilience. Its intellect is pretty high, but other than that, also the overall stats are just low. It's 53. And then the boots at the end of the day, also, same as the chest piece, two all over the place, and a 48 stat roll, goodness. Okay, no. Warlocks, I won't really even recommend anything. You can maybe make an argument for the arms, and maybe an argument for the helmet, but even then, I wouldn't even recommend it. I would just say keep your shards this week, unless you really want transmogging. With that out of the way, let's quickly hop onto the hunter for the last bit of inspection. And now that we're finally on the hunter, let's quickly see what Zer has in store for the hunters. Hope it's something good. Finally, let's see. Gauntlets. It's got a high intellect, and that's about it, really. Can't really say much further than that. Moving on to the chest piece. Got high mobility. It's not too bad. You could maybe make a ball around that with the mobility. Resilience is a bit on the low end, but it can still go pretty high once you masterwork it. The cloak's a cloak at the end of the day. And then the mask has got high recovery, high discipline. I would definitely pick that up if you are looking for more grenade build on a hunter. This could definitely work on Arc Hunter. And then finally, we've got the boots, which has got high recovery again, but the other stats are a bit too far distributed. So if I had to choose anything here that I would say is a must-have for a hunter, definitely the helmet. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekly Zer inspection. Not the best stuff this week. Definitely the Hawkmoon I'd pick up on for Titans, the Stronghold at the end of the day. But with that being said, I hope Zer brought something, maybe a new exotic that you didn't get. I hope you guys have been going well with your fishing as well. You know, getting the new exotic, the new stasis rifle if you own Season of the Deep. And with that being said, stay toasty. Cheers.